Welcome to the Daily Dish with Leanne Ely. This is a show about you, your life, and the vibrancy you want. Join us for daily motivation, wise women's tips, and more as we collectively gather together and move the needle in our lives, heart, mind, body, and soul. Now, here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Wise Women's Wednesday, and you're here. Those are my wise women right there, Catherine and Flynn. First ones in the door. Welcome to Wise Women's Wednesday. This week we've been talking about clapping back against things that hold us back. And today we're going to go deep and wide. Girlfriends, put on your seatbelts. We're going there. We're going to be talking about your comfort zone. Yeah, we're going there. Jocelyn's in the house and the entire dream team. You know who they are. Lindsay, Jenny, Amber, say hi. Alice is in the house. So's our Joanne. So glad to have you here. Thanks so much for dropping on in. And Nancy, where are you? Cheers. Here we go. This is hot milk's mixed up, by the way, with a little L-glutamine. Really helpful stuff. And mine's a little strong because it's the bottom of the barrel here, but doing it. Chris, Margot, look at you guys all walking in the house here. Gracie's here. Nancy, there you are. Joanne, Michelle, she's also here. Isn't it fun to have everyone here? I also see Jackie, our lovely Jackie. Alice in the house. Hi, Joyce. Good to have you here. And Jane. Anyway, this is what hot milk mix looks like. It comes in this gigantic container. And then you can add a scoop of your L-glutamine in there just for some extra wompity pomp. And speaking of hot milk mix, did you get your text this morning? Oh my gosh, it is one of the cutest texts ever. Maybe, should I post it? Should I show you what it looks like? Maybe a little bit. Maybe I will. Just this one part. Just this one part. Look, isn't it cute? Yes, it's National Walking Day, and we are celebrating that today with a very special something. And you know what? You just have to be a part of our hot milk, you just have to be a part of our text message list. Super easy to do. All you have to do is send the word join. That's all in caps, JOIN, to this phone number, 855-960-3720. We will reply back, and you need to confirm, yes, that you want this. YES, all in caps, and boom, 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 boom. Yay, done. Just like that. There's my girl Tracy. Carol's in the house. I love it so much. What is in hot milk mix? Hot milk mix is an electrolyte mix, and it keeps you in ketosis and keeps the carb flu away. Really helps a lot. Here's the thing. Can I just quickly about electrolytes? We all need them. We have this notion that it's only athletes who are out there sweating on the football field in August that need electrolytes. Simply not true. Electrolytes help make us feel better. It's good for brain function. It's good for getting the hydration into the cells, and it really helps you to feel better. Unbelievable. I mean, I'll tell you, for my whole entire life, I always thought, oh, Gatorade, that's an electrolyte, or Pedialyte if your kids are sick, No, we all need it. And that's what hot milk mix is. It is unbelievable, and it will change everything, because one of the things that it does is help to drive hydration into your cells, not just simply wash up your kidneys, because you know how that feels. Doesn't it feel like you've just kind of got all this kidney action going? You're just drinking all this water, and it tastes delicious. Yum. Hey, Vanessa. Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, that's what hot milk mix is about. If you're curious about that, we've posted a link. You can find out more about it. Corliss is in the house. That means it's time to start the party. I'm so excited about this. This is our quote of the week. Check it out. Only I can change my life. No one can do it for me, from Carol Burnett. And that's kind of what we've been doing all week, is just talking about those things that just go under our radar and don't get detected, if you will. And they're holding us back. They're not helping us live the vibrant lives that we want to live. Thank you, Carol Burnett, for that. But the only person that can change that up for you is you. You. That's how that whole thing works. Jeanette, you know what? Facebook is not very, I don't know. They're not helpful. Sometimes you won't get a notification. What can I tell you? It's just, we can rebel against the machine, right? Sorry about that. But you're here, and that's important. Our supplement of the week is a supplement that I take every single night because, you know what it does? It supports my body's natural detoxification processes. That's exactly what it does. It's an important function. And it's called the Vibrant Body Detox. Now we have a whole plan for this, and boy, right after the holidays, we go in full bore. There's a 10-day plan with it and how you take your supplements. But I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have to just wait for after the New Year's to take care of business. You're always detoxing. You always need the support. savingdinner.com/show. No, you won't be running to the bathroom. No, it's not some weird, wacky cleanse. It is something that is solid, that supports your body system. You have a natural way of detoxifying. Do you know your breath actually detoxifies you? Your sweat detoxifies you. Your pee and your poop, that detoxifies you. We're constantly moving things out because, you know, that's the planet we live on, y'all. We're getting, we got to get that stuff out. So this is a support. It's fantastic. So question and answers on Friday. And on Friday, Thursday is when we collect the last round of the questions. So if you've got a burning question or even a smoking one, I don't know, whatever it is, send it into support@savingdinner.com and in an email, obviously. And in that subject line, put question for Leanne on Friday. That way it gets put into my queue. That way I will answer it. And they're always good, very diverse questions. So I love your questions. Take advantage of that, you know. You could schedule a session with me and be charged, you know, a few $100. Questions for free, or I don't know, if you want a one-on-one. Deborah's in the house. She got it here for the Hot Melt 30. Cha-ching. That's how it works. We have 2 events coming up. 2 events. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you about. We are right now in the middle of Hot Melt 30. I wouldn't say we're in the middle. We are on day 6 of the Hot Melt 30. And, you know, I will say this is exactly right. It's not too late. You can get in on this because the Hot Melt 30 is the game changer for so many of our lovelies who's made the Hot Melt way a lifestyle change. And it just changed everything. You can find out about it by going to savingdinner.com/30, THIRTY. There's a webinar there that you can watch. There's all kinds of stuff. And, you know, all I can say is it's pretty cool. Otherwise, we're sprinting. And that's at savingdinner.com/sprint if you want that. That's free. You can get your guide there, everything. You know, we have a lot of stuff going on. So it's really fun and it's really great as long as we participate full out. April 23rd, Saturday, April 23rd. I want you for the entire day to join me for Full Bloom. That's going to be a virtual event. All you need is a computer, just like you're doing right now. That's it. This is going to be incredible because Full Bloom this year is about making magic. Because I believe with all of my heart, this is the key to vibrancy and purpose. But you know what? We all have the capability. We all have inside us the ability to create this magic that I'm talking about. It's going to be incredible. Plus the swag bag alone, well, that's going to knock your socks off. Wait till you see what we've got planned on that. Go to savingdinner.com/bloom to go get your ticket. You don't want to miss out on this. And in July, we're doing it again. And this time we're doing it right here in my house in person. In person. All I'm asking you to do is reserve the date. We don't have a page for you yet. We will after this first Full Bloom is over. But I'm letting people know because accommodations are getting skinny. This is a destination and a summer getaway for a lot of people. And also to get your flights at a reasonable rate. Fly into Asheville, North Carolina, or you can do Charlotte, North Carolina, or Greenville, South Carolina. Got to go get it done. That way, you know, you've got that all done. So we've been talking about clapping back. I love clap back. I love that. Just like, hey, hey, hey. You know, what does a clap do? We close the kitchen like this, don't we? You know, we pay attention when somebody claps. We look around. You know, we're trying to get Lincoln's attention. We do one of these or whistle or whatever. Highly sensitive. Dogs are highly sensitive and they hear things that we don't hear. But so are humans. And when we grab our attention and we change it, we change the focus. And sometimes that's absolutely 100% critical to get that done. Oh, and by the way, go light my TikTok page up, will you? I need some lighting up over there. Go to tiktok.com at Saving Dinner is who we are. And, you know, we're putting new videos out every single day. And it's stuff you haven't seen. I'm telling you, you know, we do. That's how we roll. But anyway, that was a sidebar. Let's get back to the subject on hand. The subject on hand is all about clapping back against the trap of the comfort zone. Golly, you know, you ever heard me talk about that? Because the comfort zone isn't comfortable. It's a trap. It is a trap. And likely you've heard me say that before. Regina King, you've probably seen her. She's an actress, and I think she's also doing some kind of a car commercial. I can't remember, but I really like her. I think she's great. She purportedly said that the comfort zone is a place where dreams go to die. Whoa. Oh, I've just started, y'all. So like I said, seatbelts. Seatbelts. But that's the last sentence of a much longer quote. Here's the full quote. You ready for this? Here it goes. Comfort is a drug. Once you get used to it, it becomes addicting. Give a weak person consistent stimulation, tasty food, cheap entertainment, and they'll throw their ambitions right out the window. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. You know, we all love our comfort zones. And boy, did we find them during COVID, didn't we? We found a newfound addiction with just somehow trying to make things right when our worlds were turned upside down. Everyone's world was. Even though for us, you know, we don't go out much. We're not big goer outers. You know, still we had to hunker down and still watch on television as the world is on fire. So what I want to talk about today is that we went to the comfort zone and now we need to get out of the comfort zone because it is holding you back from the life that you want to live. Your comfort zone is never going to give you what you want. Let's really grasp that concept. Never, never, ever, ever. Because the comfort zone is when we go to the comfort zone, we are one, unchallenged, we are stagnant, and we are growth-less. We just default to easy. We do the easy thing. We turn on the Netflix. We watch TV sitting at the coffee table. We eat easy food. We call for an easy pizza. We drink an easy, glass of wine or whatever your beverage is of choice, which probably shouldn't be on the menu. We do these things and think, later I'm going to. But the comfort zone's a dead end. It's never going to give you the things that you want. That couch will suck you up and hold your butt down into the cushions. And you know what? Nothing ever grows in a comfort zone. Not a thing. Just more comfort, more of the same, more stagnation, and more being unchallenged. Does that create vibrancy? Not even a tiny bit. Not at all. So Lewis Carroll said this, great, get this quote. You remember Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland, right? He said, in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take, the relationships we were afraid to have, and the decisions we waited too long to make. And that last part really crushed me. The decisions we waited too long to make because, what are we waiting for? Anyway, what are we waiting for? A new year, the first of the month, a Monday? Why do we wait? Why do we wait and put off the life that we truly want? Because our comfort zones are just there and it's easy and we don't have to think. And when we do start to think, what if it's too late? The dictionary has two definitions that will even floor you more. You ready? A place where you feel comfortable and your abilities are never tested. This is in the dictionary. In the dictionary. All right. Number two is even worse. A place where you don't have to do anything new or different. You know what this is? This is mediocre. This is tepid. This is lukewarm at very best. But I'm going to just add a third definition to this. This is also your amygdala's favorite place. Your amygdala doesn't have to risk, doesn't have to do anything different, doesn't have to do anything outside of the comfort and the danger zone. And believe me, your amygdala is, of course, very adverse to danger, but anything different is dangerous to your amygdala. That's why we tell our amygdalas constantly to take a seat. We're not going to let the primitive part of our brain make the decisions. We want to go to the prefrontal cortex. This is where all the money making is, right here. This is your money maker, right here. This is the smart part. This is the part where complex problems can be solved. This is your abstract thinker, and you can conceptualize and figure things out. But when we leave it to the most primitive part of our brains, we're going to go right to the comfort zone every time. Oh, and give me a glass of something. I'm going to go sit my butt on the couch and never move again. Just liquefying in my body. So how do we clap back against this comfort zone? And how do we bust out of there? Well, I got several things for you. The first one, though, is to start with a couple of questions. And you've heard me talk about these before. These are a couple of my favorites. And it's just to pose this notion in your head to make you just start thinking, planting seeds of possibility of what could be. First one, what if I did X instead of Z? What if, or can you imagine if I did this instead? Instead of wishing for something, we actually start to make plans to do something different. We start to imagine in our heads what this is all about. And so when we ask questions like this, it's for the very simple reason to connect our emotion of what it is that we want with this idea that, yes, it is possible. Because a lot of times we stop ourselves and think, oh, wouldn't it be nice? How many times have you said, wouldn't it be nice? Well, that's for you too. You can do it. These are human beings doing things that you can do. I will tell you, where's my Tanya? Is she here? I love Tanya to death. She's fabulous. But Tanya's not the only one who can make that kind of change, make that kind of shift, and create a whole new person out of where she was before. Tanya's not the only one who can do that. You can too. She should inspire you, not make you say, oh, if only, I wish. Well, Tanya, I can't. And then go through the whole machinations, go right back to that comfort zone. We need to connect with the emotion, not the, oh, what if, wouldn't it be nice, I wish. That's garbage. And it's the wrong focus. The focus is inspiration. I can do it. She can do it. I can do it too. I'm excited. I'm thrilled for her success. I want to be like Tanya. Tanya Strong, by the way, hashtag. So here's the deal. And this is how your brain works. This is where we bring the science into it. And I want you to just write this stuff down. You ready? It's this. Without the connection of emoting and feeling it inside, imagining and of all the possibilities that can happen, you will fall for the siren's call every time to go sit on that damn couch again and again and again. It is calling you. It's easy. My gosh, it's easy. Binge on a series, eat the fast food, drink the whatever it is that you're drinking, and then just crush your dreams, destroy your vibrancy, destroy your future. Do you remember what I said yesterday? One life, one body to live it in. What are you going to do with it? Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait till you're sitting across from a doctor who's giving you the bad news and you just because you kept putting it off. Don't do it. It's really time to start evaluating this whole notion of getting trapped in that comfort zone. You can. You can. You can be inspired by the people with all the success. You don't have to look at it and just be envious and jealous. Allow them to inspire you to be the very best that you can be. One life, one body to live it in. What are you going to do? Well, I'm going to give you 7 things, because I will tell you, we got to switch it up a little bit and get the brain going. What the heck is going on by using this, your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that thinks, that puts stuff together for you, that doesn't just react and say, well, let's just do what's easy. We're going to do some hard stuff here. And pinkies up if you're willing to go there. Pinkies up if you're that kind of a woman. Pinkies up if you've decided vibrancy is the siren call that I'm going to listen to. You know, those couch cushions, they don't hold a candle to vibrancy. Not a tiny one even. It's time to step up. I've got 7 things for you. 7 things. Number 1, change it up. All right, here's the deal. You know, we do the same thing, don't we? We eat our dinner, then we clean up the kitchen, then we go sit on the couch. What if you instead went and took a walk? Go get the dog, take the walk. Let's do it. It's beautiful outside. Yeah, there's a little pollen, and yeah, there's a little this, and maybe it's that. I mean, we all have whatever. But changing it up tells your brain that you're in charge, and your amygdala, take a seat. Take a seat. Because your life is too important. You got the one life in the one body. What are you going to do with it? Let's go for a walk. Who's with me? Yeah? Pinkies up? Let's do it. How about maybe when you go to those big box stores, we all go, we know what the Target is all about, right? We know what those stores are all about. What do? We circle in the parking lot. Where's that perfect place? Mark does this all the time. And I just park out here. Let's go over here. We'll have to walk in. You know, I'm not crying the blues. Walk it out. Take a couple of extra steps. You know, all those stupid magazine articles that you've read all those years. Take a few extra steps. Park further away. It's true. Everything counts. So do it. Stop babying yourself and waiting for the perfect parking spot. Your parking spot is 2 blocks away if you're lucky. Then you're going to get in a little extra movement. Look at it that way. Woo, focus change, yeah? And maybe, you know, maybe you're going to sit down and take your wine glass, instead of putting wine in it, you're going to put a little hot milk mix in there, mixed up with a little L-glutamine, and celebrate yourself. Maybe, yes. Why not? It's cool, because this is going to do something for you. That glass of wine ain't. I promise you. And let me just tell you something. Love me some wine. But no, on the weekdays, absolutely not. Don't do that. We need to be doing things to hydrate our bodies and to make them run optimally. Period. Number 2 is to learn something new. I'll tell you something. I had a friend who had this beautiful piano she inherited from her mother. She just dusted it. That's all she ever did with it. She said, one day I'm going to take piano lessons. And you know, finally, I just challenged her and I said, how about now? How about take piano lessons now? Do you know piano is so good for you? You have to use 2 opposing hands to play the piano. I played it for 5 years. Yeah, I mean, I could sit and give you part of Jesu Joy of Man's Desire. It's the last thing I remember having to learn for a recital. But it is a workout in your brain, as well as your, you know, as well as your fingers, and making beautiful music in the same time. How about that? Pretty lovely, yeah? So try that out and do, you know, if you've got a piano sitting there, do more than dust it. Let's start playing it. Learn some lessons. How about planning a trip to another country? Duolingo, baby. You know, it's free. And you can start being conversational. Maybe you're going to Mexico, you know, for whatever, spring break. Well, why don't you go to Duolingo right now and start just getting so you're conversational, and you can say, "Donde está los baños, por favor?" Where are the bathrooms, please? Or mas margarita, por favor. Well, maybe not that, but you know what I'm saying. Why not? That also challenges your brain and helps you to develop. So, new connections in that noggin of yours. What do you think of that? Number 3 is to teach someone yourself. Now, I know we've got a whole lot of crafty folks. Crafty. And your crafts are great and your creativity is wonderful. But what if you taught someone else to do it? Right? What if you taught someone, an elder in an assisted living place, how to do something wonderful? How to paint, or how to knit, or how to do something, or even a child. When we teach something that we know, again, new brain connections, it's wonderful for you to do it. It's life-changing for all too. And you feel like you've really contributed. Number 4 is to volunteer. I say with boundaries. Now, I am a spokesperson, they call them champions, for Meals on Wheels America. And when that all happened, I was invited to go to Meals on Wheels in Charlotte, North Carolina. I was also on the board there for that particular branch, and I needed to take a route, and I delivered. And I will tell you, there's nothing like being able to light somebody's life up. It just really, it was memorable. I will never forget it as long as I live. And I only did it for a day. If you've got the time, do Meals on Wheels. I will tell you that those seniors need you. And I have a real heart for seniors. I have a real heart for people who are alone. And I know you do too. And this is the way that we can serve and be counted in. It's amazing. Number 5 is to change out your food and exercise, or non-exercise. Your one life is contained in your one body. You don't get to change it. You don't get to say, I want to change it in for a younger model or whatever. It's not your genes. It's not your health. It's not your genes. It's not your lipstick, but it's your health that we're talking about here. It's the vibrancy that you feel and the connection that you feel to everything that's in your life. Not saying I can't do it because my knees hurt. Not saying because I can't do it because I can't fit in the seat for the ride with your grandkids or whatever. Not doing all of that, but playing full out on the field. You get to do that when you change your food and your exercise, because this is how you fuel your life. We're fueling our lives. It's not just about, addicted eating to a bunch of garbage that makes us sick and out of control. I know what it's like to be addicted to sugar. I know what it's like to feel out of control. And it doesn't have to be that way. There are ways to pull that down and to push it away. So now's the time to start, getting into this and start evaluating, is this serving me? Or is this holding me back from the life I want to live? And I will say, for those of you who are coming in July, start practicing your stairs now. We've got 67 of them out here. They go down to the lake and up to the house. And it is no picnic if you're out of shape. Start practicing now. Number 6 is to face your fear. Listen, you don't live fearless lives. There's no such thing. We all have some kind of a fear. We all have something that is just a little bit scary and tenuous. And I will tell you that one of my favorite quotes, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. Your treasure is behind that fear. Do you know that? Your treasure is behind that fear. The part of you that you don't know yet is behind and hiding behind that fear. Focus on the best thing that can happen rather than all the scary stuff that you go through in your head and why you're not going to do it. I'm not talking about bungee jumping or, jumping out of a perfectly good airplane with a parachute on to prove something. You don't have to prove anything, but you do have to prove that you're worthy of stepping into this vibrant life that you want by laying it down and picking it up. Laying down the fear and picking up the courage. You can do this. I know you can do this. And number 7 is to put yourself out there. What do you think about that? Put yourself out there. If you're doing the Hot Melt 30, but you haven't yet taken a selfie and posted it in the Hot Melt 30, in the Hot Melt Sprint group, because you're too afraid or scared or whatever, I double dog dare you to do it anyway. I double dog dare you to show up and say, you know what, I'm just doing this anyway. Never done this before. We have a few who've done this. And I say good for you, because when you do this, you're saying, amygdala, take a seat. I'm in control. I'm in control. I want you to step into that seat. You are the Captain Kirk of your prefrontal cortex. Everybody else to the, take your stations. We're driving this ship, right? Do it. And if you don't know how to do it already, don't act helpless. Go to Dr. Google and ask. Google.com, how to take a selfie and post it on Facebook. It'll help you. Start being that woman who steps into the place of, I can do it. Nothing can stop me, and nothing's going to hold me back. That's courageous. Because the longest step of any journey begins with a single step. And that includes if you're going to start running marathons, or if you're just going to start doing one little thing. We have the capability. We have the ability. It's just hiding behind this thing called fear. And I want you to remember that fear, this fear that we have, it's way smaller than you think. The fear fence is rickety. It can easily be pushed down. We all have one. But just understand, it's not razor wire and this insurmountable thing that you have to climb. Not at all. It's something that you can do. I promise you, I wouldn't be talking about it. Because fear keeps us locked up and frozen. But here's what I know. That breaking free from fear, and breaking free is a decision at every single way that you can look at it. You can choose right now to bust out of your comfort zone. You can say, you know what, I'm done with that. She's right. It has been holding me back. This isn't the life that I want. This isn't giving me vibrancy. This isn't giving me the juiciness that I want out of this life. One life and one body to do it in. What do you want it to look like? And I'm talking about your whole life. What do you want your life to look like? How do you want to play full out? You want to sit on the sidelines, or you want to be out there on that field giving it everything you got? Einstein said a ship is always safe at the shore, but that's not what ships are built for. And that's not what you're built for either. Your life begins at the other end of the comfort zone. So what do you say? Anyone? Let's do this. Pinkies up. If you're with me, pinkies up. And you who are in the Hot Melt 30 who've yet to post a selfie, well, I just challenged you, didn't I? Double dog dare you. Let's get this done. Peace be with you. Thanks for joining me for Wise Women's Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. Check back for new episodes. If you missed the live show, you can always watch the replay. You can find Saving Dinner on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time, pinkies up.